or not head of state, what do they call that? Whatever she was. She had people paying billions of dollars for a speech. And the only reason they were doing that is because she was doing favors for these other countries. So Hillary can't be trusted for anything. And we have people right now that hate Trump more than they care about this country, enough to where they're going to put somebody senile in office that when he corrected what he said about speaking with Margaret Thatcher, head of state, he said, when the news media asked him, he corrected it and said, I meant to say Prime Minister Theresa May. Well, he put his foot in his mouth by saying Margaret Thatcher, and then he put the other foot in his mouth by saying that Theresa May is head of state. She's not head of state. Queen Elizabeth is head of state. And some of these people would rather have him, who gives very, very few interviews because he can't think of what he wants to say. He's just a regular person that's older, that's going through some stages of dementia, so he's not fit to be president for sure. And people want him. I'm quite sure that he won't be top runner very, very long, because he'll have to come out with what he has to say. And he has nothing to run except, I can beat Trump. I'd like to know how. Off the mic.
Well, go ahead, MP.
Well, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton came up to Toronto, apparently. I read that in the newspaper. It was about a year ago. And they were charging like $50, $60 to listen to them speak. Nobody showed up practically. So they had to lower the price to like $10. And even then they couldn't fill up the place. So I don't think they're very popular anymore. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in 2024, but I know what's going to happen in 2020, and I'd book anything on this one. Trump will win. The Democrats will win the Congress again. And I think the main issue for the Congress is that the fact that they have people like Omar and this other turkey in there and Cortez is going to give the House to back to the Republicans again. So I think that the Democratic Party is making a big mistake by letting these people stay in their party. They should kick them out. They can't take away their seats, but they certainly could kick them out of the Democratic Party because they're just wrecking the Democratic Party. I mean, I wish somebody would write letters to Cortez and ask her what she plans on doing in the year 12, because she says everybody's going to be dead in the year 12 years from now. I mean, what kind of insane people is the Democratic Party attracting these days? They're wrecking that party that's been around for a long time. They're wrecking it. And Nancy Pelosi sits in her ass and does nothing.
You know, I would have to say that you are correct on that one. She does absolutely nothing, because whatever she does, she's going to hurt herself. She's got to let these people speak, even though she doesn't want to. She's already said that there's not going to be an impeachment. She's trying to be queen of the Senate again, or queen of the House, or whatever she is. She should have run for office. She should have run for president a long, long time ago when she was much younger. She might have had a chance. And now she's just seen as an old skeletal biddy who might be a vampire or a zombie. We can't tell. All right, Joy, your mic.
Well, I think Nancy Pelosi is another one that's went senile. And Dianne Feinstein, they took a shot of her getting ready to have a hearing, and she's reading something in front of her, almost slobbering and mouthing her words that she was reading. That in itself is a sign that something is wrong. So I think they should go through these people and weed them out. Age doesn't always mean senile. You can be senile at 40, but some people's brain cells go down quicker than others. So we see some of these people that's in Congress and in our government that should be checked out. Off the mic.
Yeah, we see that all the time, and then they're trying to claim that Trump is senile when he has dementia, or has Alzheimer's or whatever. I don't see that. I don't see that in him at all. Pelosi's always doing stuff that makes me think she has something really wrong with her. And right now she's not only looking angry and stressed, she's looking sad and she's looking depressed. And that also thing that happens to people that are older. They get really manic depressive sometimes. And I'm sure that living on the hill and having access to alcohol and other things and prescription drugs and stuff hasn't made her life easier. It's made it much harder, as it has for many folks. But I think that she's about ready to not run again, because she's about ready to give up. You know, some people are still fit in their 90s, and some people aren't. Okay, and I think these people are just losing their edge, because I think that the Washington wears you down after a while. It wears everybody down. It's a hard job being a senator, being a representative. It's not easy. But it's also doesn't mean that it doesn't have its perks, and it doesn't mean that they have these things to make their lives a little easier, but it still is not helping with these people. I think they're having trouble with reality because of their age, some of them anyway. Maybe Chuck Schumer is having that problem too. From my point of view, Chuck Schumer is still acting like he's 50 and he's what, I don't know, maybe 80? Who knows? It's an easy life, but a very stressful one, right, Joy? All right, does anyone else have anything else to say today that they want to talk about? All right, Snake, come up to the mic.
I like the fact that McConnell stood up and said today that this Mueller report is over. I like that. And what we see, Jen, is the Democrats are desperate. They try this, try that, and it all backfires. Now, just like you said, they tried to prove that he had a mental problem. Then he had a health problem because he might be overweight. Then he was a spy for Russia. Things like that. The loudest mouths don't always win. And thank God they don't. They just try to out-shout the Republicans, and it's backfiring every time, as we see. You're back on, Jen. Thank you.
Yes, Mitch got up today and he Mitch slapped them. That's all I'm going to say about that one. All right, Edward, your mic.
Hi, Tangent. Thank you. And mic check, just so you know that I'm being heard. Please, can I get a 1? Anybody? Thank you, Tangent. With regards to what's going on in, I guess, the Straits of Hormuz, and I guess is it the USS Lincoln? Is that the aircraft carrier that's being sent out there, the battleship? Joy, I think that with regard to Iran and the sanctions that we have placed on them, telling them that they can't, I guess, sell oil anymore, the Chinese have decided that they're not going to, obey our sanctions. They're going to still buy oil from the Iranians. And this is, I guess, a precarious situation because we're, I guess, negotiating the tariffs with the Chinese, trying to, I guess, balance out our huge trade deficit. And I applaud Trump for taking on the issue of a huge trade imbalance between us and China, which is probably our number one trade partner, but it's a huge imbalance, right? We give them our money and they give us our.
And I'm sure that
Hi.
Hill and having access to alcohol hasn't made our life easier.
Why do I hear the room?
As it has for many. But
Oh.
not about right. So they're nice.
I don't know.
Some people aren't. Okay. People are just losing their edge.
No, I told you to try to stream it on Facebook. But then again, I don't know if what the terms of service says about, a random person streaming it live. Although I think I've seen it done. I think someone from the Moroccan room. I can't hear you because I hear tangenting.
Chuck Schumer is having that problem too. From my point of
Those economic prosperity, what they're reporting, I don't think it's true. I think that they're not counting a lot of people that have given up. And how does this tie to what's
The fact that McConnell stood up and said today
I hear snake.
that this mural is over.
I think you're playing back the video.
And what Democrats are desperate. They try this, try just like you said, they tried mental problem.
Uh-huh.
He had a health problem because he might be overweight. Was
Or maybe I am.
or rough.
There. I was playing back the video. Delete it because there's a whole conversation there that shouldn't be there. You can... I'm calling Alan a moron somewhere in there. In that video. It shows the PM between us. So just delete it. It's nothing good anyway, so it will be a... And you're showing Hamid Sitar. Why? Hamid Sitar. Get this thing off of there. You gotta delete this video. How, well, hang on a minute. Let me... God. All right. Yeah, well, it can't be that hard to know how to delete a video. It's very simple. You just have to read and look. This is no... It's no big deal. Go to your... Go to your page, fucking dumb bastard. Okay, click on video. The homepage of your channel, fucking dumb bastard. Click on videos at the top where it says home, videos, playlist. What? Now, very simple. Very simple. Very simple. Would you listen to me? Under your name, there's a series of links, home, videos, playlists, channels, etc. Right? I mean, it's quite obvious. It would be obvious to anybody. Yeah. Click on home. Wait, listen to me. Click on home. Click on click on home. All right. Did you do that? Huh? All right. Now, you see the home button? It's on the. Why would there be lag? Okay. Well, turn it off for God's sake. Just shut down Minicam. That's it. Because you're still live.